gaay wax seen kaddu xam nga lu xew live bi moom man xam nga lu xew I don't know xanaa suma paree ma reset suma page bi seet
the report page
bi like ya mu ngi noonu jaaxal na ma daal waaye
let me pick up
wow
so I was supposed to leave that same day but daw mujjewuñu comme guy decline 2 days la then you know okay fine no problem I will still leave man ma ne ba tey dinaa dem even though fay duñ ma ko fay but I will go so I went with the driver ñu dem Dakar we slept then in the morning ma xëy straight I went to the embassy bu ma demee to the embassy where we submitted the documents like the first week ñu ne ma ne foofu nekkut for them pour pick up passport but even before going dañ ma joxoon an affidavit boo xamante ne daf ma authorized to be able to pick up the passport on behalf of the mayor then I was told ne that office duñ dee joxe passport ñu refer ma to another office I went with the same driver to the office so buñ demee si office boobu noonu they couldn't get access to the passport spend now for the whole day ba time mi wàcca jot ñu ne ma naa xëy the following morning pour ma dem ma sort that passport out so bu ma demee foofu noonu si lañ ma ne since it was authorized for DHL to pick the passport up at first so I have to go to DHL ma find out lan moo happen so I went to the DHL office in Dakar ñu jox ma seen adresse I went to the DHL office in Dakar and they told me ne ñoom amee wuñ passport bi but since gis nañ si seen système mi ne it was already paid for so ñoom they naa toog man si office bi ñoom ñu dem follow up at the embassy and that's exactly what happened they went to the embassy ñu sort ko out send messenger bi si boppam moo indi passport bi to the DHL office where I was seated with Amadou mooy driver bi mu jox ñu passport bi then ma ñibbi the following morning ñu eewu ñu ñëw si Gambia so they paid for 2 nights
for 2 nights for per diem yeah so xam nga Aisha comme li ma waxoon sànq rek wax bi bëri bi dem ñëw yépp wax ji mooy at the end of the day ñaata moo génn si budget yi KMC bi ak pour waaw pour ñaata fan la ak pour ñaata nit la loolu mooy wax ji dem ñëw yépp Talib lii la bëggoon kii lii la wax lépp question bi mooy ñaata nit la
so earlier man I made a mistake because finance chair bi moom moo waxoon ne during that time £150 lañ doon fay but after I had to call the finance director pour ma get the correct because bugguma joxe information boo xam ne is wrong so bu ma ko callee mu ne ma wait let me check my files and get back to you mu callaat ma back mu ne ma is 200 for you as a manager because your grade 10 above is 200 but drivers £130 so for two nights £200 loolu ñaata la
two nights times loolu it's not 800 or
no £200 per night I was paid
200
that's £400
okay 400 wow
yeah driver bill was £130 so 2 nights it's £260
so how much is everything
so after that
560
wow that's it
so $560 moom la ñoo wax ne there's mismanagement and embezzlement of funds in the mayor.
This was the per diem, nothing else. Anything Luma spend for Suma Halis la. But for the per diem, this was the per diem. The per diem be singa wara face apartment for 2 nights.
Wow.
The same per diem for funga wara leke.
Wow.
Suba ngon a goodie. But I was paying extra transportation. Lolo duma ko calculate because you know why? Buñ agé before because ñom cancel bi ñom ñoo recommendé driver bobu nonu mo xam yoni Dakar bi. But I came to realize ne comme master would yoon bi that much so dama dee fay taxi ma wax ko fu ñoo dem mu jiitu ñun ñu toppa si gannaawam
so $660 for 2 people fi ngeen naa dëkka biir Dakar ñaari fan yooyu li ngeen naa lekka
2 nights because ma driver bi góor la man jigéen la du suma dëkka duma jabaram so ku nekka you sa own apartment
you have your own room your own space fi nga nekka so all of those things so léegi li la ñoo isi ñu ñoo wax embezzlement of funds
so driver
you are acquitted. You are dismissed and discharged. Aisha, goodbye.
So lila de li moy ciobi mom na mu ngay jaxase process bi pour dem yobu dem submit password fi kan modé tukki ban government official modé tukki without his security wala without mayor mom su de travel su passé Dakar rek la dé anda protocole am but after Dakar lajal kula ne
Aisha dama nga nan ataya wala wonjo
England la muy Europe la du dé dem ak protocole am te su ko neexon mu yobu protocole am kon yenen government official yi
Aisha you are acquitted and discharged. Case dismissed. Aisha amon jot ñu ngi lijjanti seen courant yi ak seen lopitaan yi bon yi seen potopoto yi
na bor bu
may jàmma we don't have time bilay jërëjëf Aisha thank you
man mi ñëw dugal si lii léegi nii sax man dama confuse dama man foogoon naa
yow wax ji yëpp $600 ñaata la
lii la de
compté 660 ngay compté
loolu ko def ma de dama call neene because maa ngi tourné yaa ci yoon bi so man xamoo neena ngi live bente sax neena na ma ñu ngi live bente man ko xanaa da nga seetaan vidéo ba Juka def mu ne ma ñu ngi live ca naa dugal but dama call neene man ko neene mu ne man ko am very very confused man ko because lii gisuma bopp bi ak genn ke gis nga wax joo xam ne fen daf ci pari doo ci gis bopp bi doo ci gis genn man li ma lipin fii mooy ne Aisha yéen mi nekk on the ground yoo yaa nee ne KMC is not the only place boo xam ne ñu ngi leen di investigate ci report Sonko fii la sàcca xaalis si West Coast region mu fen mu tapali rewarded him with a job the hypocrisy of Gambians
waaye tukuloo sa headphone bi daf dem di ñëw
bale laa amee xaaral ma génne ko léegi Juka
man Kexx ak noise bi yëpp
déglu ma rek
you
déglu ma rek Juka may ma rek gis nga man li ma naxari si Gambian mooy ñun suñoo xeex duñ dee xeex feyali si for Sonko Kexx so because obviously Kexx is watching Kexx si for Sonko bam defee lim def ñun ñëpp ñoo wax gis nga Talib ku bugga Talib su Talib la ba jee xaalis si Gambie dinañ ko wax liggéey activiste mooy ñun su fekkee ne wrong am na bul em si kenn waaye man dama feel ne man just so you know I'm not team anybody man I am on team coalition 2026 I don't care about yes so I don't care about Talib I don't care about anybody I care about anybody that we all can select and let that person remove Adama Barrow loolu laa care about so at the end of the day su fekkee ne yéen a ngi ñu ngi xeex nañ leen xeex si dëgga nañ leen wax si dëgga si fo Sonko bam ko fi defee we did many videos here ñun suñ platform bii nii yaa ngi maa dégga but the people that are fighting today di wax ne Aisha yow Dakar ku dem Dakar yow nga xam Dakar ak nim seere padiyem yi nga kenn du wax yeneen Adama Barrow government padiyem bi ñoo labaj ak li ñoo lifin ku nekkat suñ ne parab ñëpp jóg dem tukki ji nañ leen bàyyi suñ xel Gambia there are so many things we need to focus on then picking a fight nga toog yow benn bés rek nga toog ngaf Talib ni atan base area council basi ke area council kafa labaj kooku niti Adama Barrow la siri fo Sonko lam labaj niti Adama Barrow la dañ la wax yooyu so if you're gonna fight about Talib you gotta fight about the rest of them that's all I have to say.
But so if fight Talib sa fightal facts yoo xam ne make na sense yow $660 ñu def ko ñaari nit góor ak jigéen ñu ànd dem uti ji passeport nit seen lekka si lifin ba naka lañ ko fu ñoo fanaan yooyu yëpp si alal bi si $600 bi si ñaari fan ñaari nit lañ lii yow nga ñëw jël wax jooju bugg a jalgati Facebook bi yëpp si affaire mismanagement of funds ban mismanagement of funds
gis nga Juka Aisha li mu wax nii ngir yàlla dogal ñu ko ñu def ko vidéo Aisha fi mu waxee nii mu ñëw seetal affaire yi dogal ñu ko defal ñu ko vidéo then anybody who wants to challenge that can challenge
ma ne fi kenn moo fi challenge sax we move nit ñi dañ soona nit ñi courant amul Gambia lekk amul Gambia garab amul Gambia is so many things to talk about in the Gambia in that crazy country ñu toog di wax ay $600 yow ñu ngi wax millions of dollars ana $1 billion national debt bi ngi yokka within 7 years ana $440 million bi duga si pour electricity Gambia bi fan la xaalis bi duga ana 92 million youth si ana 68 million pharmacy pour 100,000 farmers ah waxuñ loolu ñu ne ñun $600 la ñoo wax are we well like really nee tëj nee tëjal ñu dem ain't nobody got time for this I swear to God ain't nobody got time for this shit.
Okay, guess man, I find this to be very, very petty. Because the reason why I said it's petty, because I see it to be senseless propaganda, right? If the claims are substantiated, if the claims are true, man, a finance person, there is a mismanagement of funds, right? Like I said, it's not based on the amount, later call for mismanagement or whatever. It is wrong, and I will call it that. You know, I don't have a problem with that. But
but Nene, I will challenge you on that. It's based on the amount, because the amount more substantiate that it's mismanagement or not mismanagement. Because $600 is relevant to two people going to Dakar for 2 days, send leka, send kir, yo hamga Senegal nakala sere, all those things, yep mu dem si. So lolu, si man, look, it's normal. In that context, amount, it matters. Why you speaking $6,000 the guy spent in Dakar for two people for a passport. Therefore, there is a concern for mismanagement of funds, because Lolo is mismanagement. You see what I'm saying?
In this case, understand, in this case, the payment to the persons are legitimate, it's right, it's moral, it's budgeted for, it's catered for,
it's legal. It's legal.
Can I go on?
Wow. And it's legal too. It's illegal.
Well, it's within the laws that govern the administration of finance, right? So, manuhuma this particular one. Lima wamay. Man, I almost a problem, understand nga, man, I will not call something mismanagement of fund and base it on the amount of money, right? Because this money, Talib mu ngi dem Dakar, right? Mom si wopam mu dem, mu yobu driver, mu yobu odlem, mu yobu protocol am, right? And then mu yobu jabaram, and then mu fail jabaram, padi M on cancel. I will call it mismanagement of fund. Yobu wale domam, mu fail len separate hotel on cancel. I will call it, because those are not officials of cancel. They are not catered for, regardless of the amount. So then a night that's a $50, sir. I will call it mismanagement of funds, right? Man, that's besides the point. Lima Wahmai, this one you cannot call it mismanagement of funds, because everything is in line with laws that govern the administration of the council and how funds are administered and to whom. It is in line, right? So, man, where I have the issue is the untrue statement, you understand, and the misleading statements that are being propelled out there. That's where I have an issue. And also, let me say something. So Kexx is getting it wrong. You go to the commission, you write a statement, right? Why is it there? They don't just get your statement and hold it as the Bible and not even bring you on. That statement is supposed to guide you. You can come, and then with time you have a collection of things. Nga yoko sa statement. Legally nga just need a statement. Then so you go question, mu add things your hand that bindu ko wants a statement, because maybe at that time lolo la recollect. Okay? Or okay, after I wrote my statement, I went back, I consulted my document, I was able to see this document to say that maybe in my statement I mentioned $50, but actually the amount is $150. Is the commission going to say, no, we don't need the document, we are going to rely by your statement? No, it doesn't work that way. The statement is just to guide you, okay? But then what is going to be substantiated is the evidences that are going to be presented. So regardless of what statement is written, the evidences presented before the commission is what is going to authenticate what the actions are and what is right and what is wrong. And that is what Kexx refused to take. Kexx is only relying on what the guy said there, which is just a snippet of it. Now, the person that was involved, right, has said what he has to say, has provided documentation. Evidence. You still say, oh, I'm going to disregard it, I will not take your statement. Now, one thing also, Kexx, when they read statement Aisha, right? I asked Aisha, where is a copy of your statement? Aisha said to me, I was not given a copy. So apparently, Aisha's statement should only be with the commission. Where did Kexx get the statement? Because the council does not have a copy of Aisha's statement. Aisha herself does not have a copy of her statement. Where did Kexx get the copy of the statement until Kexx is reading it out? And as far as I'm concerned, statements are read right there when during cross-examination and interrogation. But I have not seen, even with the TRRC, I have not seen anybody's statement parading the social media. I have not seen it. This is the first time I see a witness statement in the hands of somebody who is not a staff of the commission, who is not a witness, who is not affected in any way to anything that has to do with investigation. So, Putman, that is concerning, and I'll be interested to know whether that is right or wrong, whether witness statements are available for anybody to have access to it.
Yeah.
I want to know, and I will do
if it's not public information yet. Yeah.
To know. But then aside from that, the documentation, because those payments, Kexx cannot sit there and make a calculation, okay, this is what they said. Okay, Aisha can come and say, well, I was paid $600 a day. Is that true? No. You have to go and substantiate. Look at the payment voucher, even the postings in the system that corresponds to the payment voucher. This was paid to Aisha on this day and this day, it is in connection to this trip. It doesn't only stop at Aisha sitting there and saying 150 lane my pay, 200 lane my pay, 300 lane my pay.
Go look at the data.
Going to take that. It has to go further to prove it. It has to be substantiated by documentation. It has to be collaborated. Not somebody just sit there and then you just run with somebody. One thing somebody said, oh, the witness said this, the witness said the witness.
The
no,
memo.
The
memo said this. The memo.
No. The memo did not even say what Kexx is saying. The memo did not say what Kexx is saying.
Memo beg, transcribe yek, email yek, yooyu yep si ñun layman time bi ñun ñu si des si gannaaw su ñoo new si ñun su ñoo lu nekk mooy ñaata la ak ñaata fan loolu su fekkee dem in context make na sense we move tell him in context make na sense Kexx isi wuloo fi dara case dismissed but until next time.
Anyway, the bottom line is we just need to respond to
Kexx.
No bill.
Dama block ñëpp laa block tëj naa sama messenger bi kenn du ma koolati ñi ma kool su ma paree foog ma kool leen xulóog ñoom waa ja laanal nee ne ndax ñu dem
well mutal dama bëgg a mutal the thing is we need to hold everybody to account. See, council is struggling amuñ xaalis bu bari boo xam ne dañ ko just spend anyhow, and to be honest képp ku nekk council nga honest si sa boppa di nga wax ne dëgga mun naa bañ Talib mun naa nekk my cup of tea mun naa nekk supportu ma ko éneew ma ko jaama waaye ne Talib dafa West Council fund sa laaw la bés bu ko nit tuumalee di nga ko layoo ak moom
every day ñu jóg ko si council bi ne dafa nay yow danga ko dee dégga moom si boppam dégga na ko every day ñu jóg ko ne dafa nay dangaa ko sa boos num nayee soo yóbboo sa request nga foog ne dañ koo approve daf ko dee wàññi ba yow nga bëgg a jooy loolu moom
I was being nice.
Why nene me len ma tuuti xam nga man what I believe in, and Juka and I talk about this all the time. One thing I do believe in very, very strongly mooy ne nit ko xam ne yaa ngi ci dëgga yàlla moo la sàmm because man I was like what is going on but lady you heard from the horse's mouth. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you something right now, Aisha. If this comes out, ne kii dafa embezzle, because the word embezzlement, I'm gonna suma don Talib sax dina dem sue anybody who says that I embezzle money. Man suma don Talib, that's what I'm gonna do. Government waste. We're talking about Senegal. 600 gis nga léegi Gambien bi sax soo ko xalaatee sax nga danga ne I give up on Gambia. $600 2 days in Dakar, housing, lodging,
2
your food,
people.
transportation. Eh, koni gonna Gambia and buy sing hell. But I am just trying to understand.
Gas.
Again, man, I am not pro Talib. I'm not pro anybody. I'm pro Gambia. Why are people so afraid of Talib? What do they see in him that have made them decide to forgive them? Can you guys tell me that? Honestly, I am not saying this to be sarcastic. I'm asking.
Tukulor, we cannot tell you. Bilai, we cannot tell you. I guess
I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense. Why mungi nonu? Sometimes a lot of things don't make sense. Fala Aisha deme won. Why mungi non dal tukulor? I think ne leral ne yep. Duñ mëna am answer yep. As time goes on, answer bi dina gëna clear. Why suñ broda bi dal Kexx mom dan na be xalangu dal.
But Juka, thank you for providing the platform, because I know you have to be somewhere. Why sometimes this is a national discourse. Bohamne, many people were confused about it. Right now, man, I feel this live show has enlightened me more than I was an hour ago. And this is why it's easy for you to understand it. But I was telling Nene, I don't get this. What the hell is going on? So within 3 minutes, I got an answer. Okay, let's move on. Next, Siri for Sonko had been Naka, West Coast region. Adamabara Yobuko Turkey. Can we please talk about that? That is government money that was embezzled. That fits the definition of embezzlement under the Gambian law. And he, instead of locking him up for taking taxpayer money, taxes that were paid by people, women that were working in their vegetable gardens, somebody embezzled that. You rewarded him with a job in Turkey, at the Gambian embassy in Turkey. Do those people have any authority to try to investigate anybody to begin with? Instead of investigating Talib, why can't they bring Sirifo Sonko back to investigate him? The hypocrisy of Gambians, Juka. Come on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Juka.
Thank you, Auntie Tukulo. Love you. Nene, thank you, my love. Hamna dinañ gisee later. Mamat yéen ñëpp ML yéen ñëpp ñu ngi leen a wax jërë ngeen jëf. Sister Ami yéen mi fi nekkoon yëpp. Ñoom maam Lisa Loli Lena Geng BMG bi nekk TikTok yéen ñëpp ñu ngi leen a nuyu. We're probably gonna take a break today from TikTok from BMG because definitely suñ energy bi yëpp fii. And I have somewhere that I need to get to quickly. Wailena, Nene, thank you so much. Love you. Aisha, thank you. Ibrahim, some of you want to leral mi Kexx. It's my brother. No Kexx rek. Maybe the power be wurla nak mune mom fax la amé. Fax. Nene bay gerte bi Nene bay gerte bi. xamoon naa ne gerte nga lekk ba ma la gisee nga toog di def nii Juka déglu ma li ma wax mooy xam nga ma ne kii su bàyyiwul gerte Teflon nuyu naa la Teflon yow moom duñu la dee gis Facebook yow BMG genge nga si lii bi si TikTok bi waaye ñun ñëpp ñu wax leen jërë ngeen jëf incha allah dinañ fi dellusiwaat the conversation continues case boobu moom close nañ ko we move bilaay walaay nañ ko tëj rek mu jeex dara nekku fa $600 taxul ñoo ñàkk a nelaw we have other things to talk about bye Nene bye